Alright, welcome to HRL Season 7 round number 4, Moto 2 at Outlands SX. Let's get right into the starting order. On the very inside, that's got to be Fireball, then Shift, Opix, Camby, Slaunch, Sector, Armada, Vulcan. Then we have Blake, Hunter, Roman, Real Deal, Detail, and Luke, rounding out the field. So when the gate drops, race is going to start. Same old for this. Hunter with the hole shot, it looks like. Should be able to hold on to it. Oh, it's going to get... Actually, it's going to get cheesy. Wow, nobody goes down. I'm honestly really surprised by that. We have like a 5 wide, though. Vulcan's going to fly off the track. Freaking Slaunch just punted Roman. I don't know if you guys saw that. I'm looking at a replay. I don't care. We're looking at a replay. Hold on. I just have to show that again because that's the weirdest Halo physics thing I've ever seen. So the race starts. Come on. Come on. Come on. Alright, the gate drops. Hunter has like an amazing start, but then he like catches all these people into a draft and they all slam. Nobody hits brakes. And somehow nobody wrecks. But then right here, Slaunch makes a really aggressive move to the inside, touches Roman, and look at Roman, and just dominates him. I have no idea how that happened. That was just ridiculous. Lots of drivers going down in the first section as well. Few honks coming out. Few cheesers cheesing. And it looks like it's going to settle down a little bit. No, we still have drivers going off the track. Detail with some issues there. It's going to be a tougher moto for him. He had a really good start in that first moto. This one, he's actually going to have to work his way through the pack, so, which is good. It's going to make that overall battle interesting. Oh, that's going to be close. Oh, Hunter almost cheesed all the people behind him. Ends up only cheesing Sector, it looks like. Blake going down. And off to the early lead leading your first lap is Fireball. And second is going to be Opix. Third is going to be... Camby. Why does this orange look different? Real Deal is 4th, and I believe Luke is 5th. So those are definitely the favorites for the overall at this point. Real Deal in 4th and Luke in 5th. So far off the start, those are the drivers with the best position for the overall, but Real Deal's going down, and more people going down in front. This is going to get interesting. We got to look at this. Oh, Luke on the inside. Definitely going to have to roll it. But Opix goes down, and that's going to force Camby down as well. So that's another position for 3 drivers right there going to gain that position. Real Deal's going to try to run this outside. Does it? Not successfully. Goes down. Man, that could be a crucial mistake. Potentially going to lose a position to Slaunch off of that. Already lost one to Luke. Going to hold off Slaunch, though, so good job on Real Deal for that. Opix goes down, and Real Deal's going to lose some more positions, so that's really unfortunate. Now it's Fireball first, Luke second, and Opix third. So Opix really keeping himself in these races with these starts, man. He's been really good off the starts so far. But potentially going to lose this position here to Slaunch. Opix fighting around the berm, fighting around the outside, going to slam his goose right in front of him. So Opix not taking any prisoners here, going to make it as difficult as possible for Slaunch to pass him. But when it comes down to this blue rhythm, this might be where Opix crumbles. But Slaunch actually is going to be the one making the mistake. And he goes down, he's going to lose several positions off of that and potentially more. And Detail's going to get by Vulcan right there, casing the triple. Looks like he's going to have to run this outside. Whoa, that got a little cheesy. I think he's going to roll it. And then Real Deal cheesing in front of Slaunch, and that's going to suck for Slaunch. Just couldn't really account for that. And then another driver, Roman, tried to make like a block pass out of her, something that messes up. So this is not going well. Slaunch losing a lot of time right here. And Opix now, Real Deal trying to get by him. Detail there as well. And it looks like both of them might benefit, but Opix coming back on the inside, trying to hold them off. And Fireball and Luke in 1 and 2 are definitely gone, and they are loving what's happening behind them. Both of them are opening up a gap here. Fireball, even if he stays in first for the rest of this race, by the way, probably not going to be a contender for the overall, considering he got last in the first moto. So Fireball just trying to recover his night, essentially, here with a solid finish. And Detail, that is a really rough crash in the blue rhythm. Going to lose a ton of spots off of that one. Sometimes you get those crashes in the blue rhythm that aren't that bad. That was one of the bad ones. And that's going to hurt him really bad. Slaunch also going down after the triple. I didn't even see that. I might have caught it, but I honestly didn't see it, so... Oh, and he's having a pretty rough recovery too. Real Dill making mistakes. Moto 2 is the mistake race so far. Seeing mistakes by every driver every lap. And that's really what this track comes down to. It's just consistency. If you can stay consistent on this track, you don't even have to be the fastest. If you can just run a whole moto clean and not make a mistake, you would dominate. You'd probably win by 15 seconds, even if you had to work your way all the way from the back. Hunter right there. What was that? Hunter like tried to get by Avix and then overcorrected. That was kind of weird. Oh, Stadium in the way. So Fireball's still with the pretty solid lead. He's got about a section's worth of a gap on Luke. So that's a pretty good gap between the two. And then Luke's got almost about the same exact gap that Fireball had on Real Deal, but Fireball goes down, so Luke's going to gain on that a little bit. Everybody's going to gain on that, really. Vulcan actually in 4th has opened up quite a bit of a gap now, and in 5th is Detail, the winner of the last moto, so definitely trying to work his way through the pack. It's going to be a tougher moto for him, because first moto he had the lead and just dominated, so having to actually work your way through the pack is going to be a bit tougher, and he's going to have to because he's got Real Deal and Luke, 2 potential overall contenders in front of him right now, so if he wants to hold on to that overall, he's definitely going to have to work his way back up there. And there is plenty of time left. Plenty of time left in this race. Aw, Yatu, come on. Yeah, we're not even at the halfway point, actually. We're just about to hit it, so it's actually a lot more time left than I thought. Alright, so let's look at the gap. So Luke's definitely closed the gap a little bit, but not too much. So Fireball's mistake did not cost him as much as it may have looked like. Oh, and it's getting interesting back here. Vulcan must have made a mistake. Detail is now right there side by side with him for 4th. Vulcan's gonna case that, but it wasn't that bad. Slaunch with the mistake behind them. That's gonna cost him some time. Vulcan's whipping in front of Detail. Very dangerous, but both drivers end up not wrecking, which is surprising. Oh, Detail with a nice move right there. Gonna take that spot from Vulcan, moving into 4th. And very close to Real Deal. Real Deal must have been making some mistakes while we were watching this battle. I feel like they have all closed in on him quite a bit. Vulcan messing up the blue rhythm. Definitely not going to help him out there. Let's get another update here. And yeah, it looks like that gap is pretty similar. I think Fireball may have even taken a little bit extra just by a tad, maybe like half a second. So Luke and Fireball pretty much maintaining at this point. But like I said, all about consistency. And if Fireball makes a mistake here, then it could be disaster for him. So he's going to have to keep, if he can keep it consistent, he should be good. Honestly, he could just run safe lines, but I don't think he's going to do that. Let's watch his blue rhythm. And looks like it's going to be a clean run throughout the blue rhythm there for him. Luke also with the clean run. So yeah, when both drivers are hitting that clean run, it is hard to make up time on this track. You really do have to rely on other drivers making mistakes for the most part on this track to make up a ton of time. You can still make up time without people making mistakes, just not as much. Ooh, Fireball, a rough run there. That might be some time made up for Luke if he can run this cleanly, and he does. So definitely gonna gain some time on Fireball that lap. And that was actually a ton of time. That was more than when Fireball flipped. That looked like it was a ton of time. That was kind of weird. Oh, Real Deal. Detail potentially competing for 3rd, so I'll try to keep... Oh, he's going to go for it. Oh, that was close. Real Deal ends up holding onto it. That was a good potential move right there. Ooh, lap traffic as well. That could definitely play a role in this race eventually. Let's see how they run their blue rhythm. Fireball with the early mistake. Luke is going to run it clean, so that's going to be a ton of time gained right there. As you can see, mistakes on this track definitely lead to most of the differences. We also have a good battle back there, so I'll try to, while this lead battle's going on, as soon as it's over, I'm going to try to keep an eye on them as well. Unless these guys just keep duking it out. I'll try to watch both. Fireball's low-key been losing time on the exit of that corner back there, running it really loose the last couple laps. Oh, it's getting tight back there as well. Detail looks like he it looks like Detail's going to take third, but he's got Slaunch and Real Deal duking it out right behind him as well, and we also have the lead battle here between Luke and Fireball. This is great. An amazing podium battle and an amazing lead battle. And let's see, can Fireball hold it on? He messed up the blue rhythm last time. This time, he's going to mess it up again, and Luke hits it clean again for the third lap in a row, and that is just unfortunate for Fireball. It is so tough when you're the person you're going against is hitting it and you're having issues. It is so tough to hold on to a position. I mean, we saw the same thing earlier in the race when Luke was making mistakes on it and Fireball was running it consistently. It is hard to make up time when you are not hitting that rhythm. Damn near the entire track is basically that rhythm, if you can run that rhythm clean. And Fireball starting to fall apart a little bit more as well, having a ton of issues here. And that dude, he's just not having the greatest time. Fireball just rolling everything, man. Detail is like right there. Fireball had such a gap, and it is completely gone. And he's got lappers, but Detail makes a mistake, and Slaunch is going to take that position. But at the same time, this battle is going to continue, and Luke's just loving this all the way out there. This is like Detail in the last race, just a humongous gap now. This is one of those tracks, though, where like it's hard to have two people have a good battle for the lead because there's always one guy in the race that just has a better start or has more consistency. Just the way this track is. See how they run the blue rhythm. Fireball is able to recover. Detail is actually the one with the rough run that time by, and now he's going to have to lap by Blake a little bit again, so that's probably pretty frustrating. Detail going for that line, not going to work out. Fireball spinning out, trying to go for that battle, so Slaunch now into second. And Fireball with another mistake, but he's backing up into Detail, the douche tactics. But he ends up spinning himself out again after Real Deal comes by. Blake gets out of the way, hopefully. And now it's going to be Real Deal into third and Detail back into fourth. And Fireball is now all the way back to fifth, running such a clean race in the beginning. And it has been Mistake City, literally 8 mistakes every single lap for him, like the past 80 laps. So just not a very... Oh, we're getting close to the end of this race. Hold on. Okay, not that far ahead. So I think it's going to be 2 to go this time by. I'm like 100% sure. So... And this battle right here is huge. Detail is going to have to work his way up to second if he wants to take this overall from Luke. Luke has the overall locked up right now. In order for Detail to take it, he needs to work his way all the way up to second. In order for Slaunch to take it, I don't think he can unless Luke falls back to third, but then Detail would have to fall back. So I think Slaunch is just in a rough spot right here. Real Deal would have to take the win away from whoever it is. So Detail is like the only one that doesn't have to win to take the overall here, but he needs to work his way past Real Deal and past Slaunch as well. So that's going to be tough. If he works his way just past Real Deal, then it'll be a tie, but the tiebreaker would go to Luke. So that's why Detail needs to work his way in a second. And we are getting close here to, I believe we hit 2 to go while we were watching this battle between Real Deal and Detail because this is the most important battle on the track. Slaunch running into lap traffic, though, I mean, that could spell trouble for him, so it's definitely not over here for Detail. If Slaunch gets caught up in that lap traffic, which so far it looks like he's doing a good job. Oh, a little case there, though. If he keeps making mistakes, this could be an opportunity. And that's Luke right there, so he's going to be coming to the white flag here soon. Little mistake right there, but with that much of a lead, doesn't really matter at this point. You can pretty much just run safe lines, probably be fine. Which I'm surprised we didn't see more people do that in the lead this race. Oh, Slaunch, he had to move a little bit. He definitely lost some time. And Detail, oh, that was the move. Detail with a great run through the green rhythm. I don't even know what he did, but it was amazing. Ends up taking the position there from Real Deal on essentially the last lap. I mean, we're coming to the last lap here now. It's a little foreshadowing for later in the season. And Real Deal losing a little bit more time after the finish as well. Now in fourth. So that's big for Detail to get that extra point, lapping Armada there. Definitely a big pass, even though Slaunch gets by the lapper again. I don't think Detail will be able to catch up to Slaunch unless Slaunch has the same thing that happened to him in the first moto in the green rhythm happen to him again. That's like the only way I could see Detail making this up. It would have to be a big mistake. He'd have to wreck here. Ends up hitting it clean. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So it's definitely going to be Slaunch in second and Detail in third at this point, unless something crazy happens. And then just taking it safe, coming to coming to his first overall of the season is going to be Luke with the Moto win. So 2 new overall winners in the past 2 races. Slaunch going to take second. Detail gonna hold on to third, Real Deal fourth, and I have no idea for everything else. Yeah, rip Fireball for real. Just let this play out for a little bit. You take a drink. Alright, I think we're about done. Oh, wow. I was in like a perfect spot. That wasn't even intentional. Let's go over here. Ha, with the Oni Goose, lol. I've been running the Oni Goose a lot. Kind of like it, actually. I think the Oni Goose is underrated. People still have their stigma about it. They think it's slower. It's definitely not. Okay. Little Blizzeebid. Alright, so first in the second moto is going to be Luke, second, Slaunch, third, Detail, fourth, Real Deal, fifth, Fireball, sixth, Opix, seventh, Vulcan, eighth, Roman, ninth, Hunter, 10th, Camby, 11th, Armada, 12th, Shift, 13th, Blake, and 14th, Sector. That is going to be your Moto 2 results, your overall results. And a Yerp. With the tiebreaker is going to be Luke in first with 32. Detail. Oh my god, like hiccup action. Detail in second with 31. Real Deal third with 28. Slaunch fourth with 27. And those top four had a pretty big gap. Now we go to fifth, Roman with 22. Opix sixth with 21. Almost a top 5 overall for Opix. Honestly, a really good performance out of him. He had a horrible Tysonburg, he looked like the worst Supercross racer ever. And then he comes on here and actually has a pretty solid performance. So really good turnaround. Hunter 7th with a 19. That's going to be a tiebreaker with Vulcan 8th with 19. Fireball 9th with 15. Armada 10th with 14. Camby 11th with 13. Blake 12th with 11. Shift 13th with 10. And Sector 14th with 7. It's going to cap it off here for Outlands.